TDIU, how to get paid at 100% without a 100% rating in 2026. There's a VA benefit that can pay you at the 100% rate, even if your combined rating is only 70%, in some cases, lower. It's completely legal, it's written right into VA regulation, and every year thousands of veterans leave it on the table for one reason. Nobody ever told them it existed. We're talking about a difference of more than $2,000 a month. Over $25,000 a year, tax-free. It's called TDIU, Total Disability Based on Individual Unemployability. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what it is, who qualifies, and step-by-step how to file. Let's get into it. Let's start simple. Normally, the VA pays you based on your combined disability rating, 10, 30, 50, 70, all the way up to 100. The higher the rating, the bigger the check. But here's what that system misses. Your rating on paper doesn't always match what your disabilities do to your actual ability to hold down a job. You might be rated at 70%, but your service-connected conditions make it impossible to keep steady work. That's the exact gap TDIU was built to close. Under VA regulation, this is 38 CFR 4.16. If your service-connected disabilities keep you from holding a steady, gainful job, the VA can pay you at the full 100% rate, even though your combined rating is less than 100, same money, same rate, without the 100% rating. Now let me show you why this is such a big deal, because the numbers are honestly kind of staggering. In 2026, a single veteran with no dependents rated at 70% gets about $1,800 a month. That same veteran at the 100% rate, just under $3,900 a month. That's a jump of more than $2,100 every single month. Over a year, that's more than $25,000. And if you've got a spouse and kids, the gap is even bigger because the 100% rate pays more. For dependents, this is why I call TDIU one of the most underclaimed benefits out there. It's not a loophole. It's not a trick. It's a rule the VA wrote themselves, and a huge number of eligible veterans never file because they assume that since they're not rated at 100, they're just stuck. You might not be. So who actually qualifies? There are 2 doors into TDIU, and you only need to walk through one of them. The first door is schedular TDIU. To go through it, you need to hit certain rating thresholds. Either one, you have a single service-connected disability rated at 60% or higher. Or 2, you have 2 or more service-connected disabilities with a combined rating of at least 70% and at least one of those rated at 40% or higher. Meet either of those, and you've cleared the rating bar. Quick note, the VA will sometimes group related conditions and treat them as a single disability for this math. Things like disabilities from the same accident or the same body system. So even if it doesn't look like you qualify at first glance, it's worth checking. The second door is extraschedular TDIU. This one's for veterans who don't hit those exact percentages, but who genuinely still can't work because of their service-connected conditions. In that case, your claim gets sent up to the Director of Compensation Service for a closer look. It's a harder path, but it exists, and people win these. Both are in 38 CFR 4.16. Subsection A is schedular, subsection B is extraschedular, but hitting the rating numbers is only half of it. The heart of TDIU is one question. Can you secure or hold what the VA calls a substantially gainful occupation because of your service-connected disabilities? In plain English, do your conditions stop you from keeping a real income-earning job? Here's the part people get wrong. You are allowed to work a little. The VA calls it marginal employment. If your earned income for the year stays below the federal poverty level for one person, roughly $16,000, and that number updates every year, that work generally doesn't count against you. There's also an exception for a protected environment like a family business or a job specially accommodated for your disability. And 2 things the VA is not allowed to hold against you. Your age doesn't count, and non-service-connected conditions don't count. Only your service-connected disabilities. That's it. All right, this is the part you came for. Here's how you actually file, step by step. Step 1, get the form. The main form for TDIU is VA Form 21 TAC 89, 40th the Veterans. Application for increased compensation based on unemployability. This is the core of your claim. Step 2, fill out your work and education history honestly and completely. The VA wants to see when you last worked full-time, what you did, how much you earned, and why you stopped or cut back. Don't leave gaps. This section carries a lot of weight. Step 3. Your former employers get a Form 2, VA Form 20, 1 TAC 4192, a request for employment information. This lets the VA confirm your work history and the circumstances around you leaving. Step 4. Build your evidence. This is what separates approvals from denials. Strong claims usually include your medical records and often a medical opinion connecting your service-connected conditions directly to your inability to work. Buddy statements and your own personal statement help too. Step 5. Submit it. You can file the 218940 by mail to the VA Evidence Intake Center, in person at a regional office, or, and this is what I'd recommend, with an accredited VSO or attorney who knows how to package it. And one more thing worth knowing. If you're approved, the VA can pay you back pay to your effective date. Depending on how long your claim takes, that can add up to a real lump sum. A few quick tips that'll save you a headache. 1. After you're approved, the VA checks your income each year and sends a form, Form 21 TAC 4140, to verify your employment. Do not ignore it. Ignoring that letter is one of the fastest ways to lose the benefit. 2. If you go back to work, know the marginal employment line and keep documentation of any accommodations your employer makes. 3. You do not have to do this alone. An accredited VSO can file this with you, and they do it every single day. So let's bring it home. TDIU lets the VA pay you at the 100% rate, even if your combined rating is 70 or in some cases lower, as long as your service-connected disabilities keep you from holding a substantially gainful job. It's written into 38 CFR 4.16. You file it with VA Form 218940, and it's worth potentially tens of thousands of dollars a year that a huge number of eligible veterans never claim. If even one thing here was new to you, do 2 things. Share this with a veteran who needs to hear it. This is exactly the kind of thing that never gets talked about. And subscribe, because we break down one of these benefits every week. In plain English, no fluff. We are terminal leave. See you in the next one. Disclaimer: educational only, not legal or financial advice. Dollar figures update annually. Verify current numbers at VA.gov before filing.